You see, when we walked into the weekend, we were here, 20,634. That's how we walked into the weekend. And here we are just after the weekend, and we are at 20,530. So what you could say is that actually nothing happened over the whole weekend. But if you said that, it wouldn't actually be true, because what happened over the weekend is what we need to be talking about, right? So we walked in at 20,500. We then wicked all the way down to 17,598, which is way below the previous cycle's high of 20,000. And then we got like a big wick, and then we got all the way back up to 20,500. And today's a bank holiday in the US. So today's not actually we actually still, like you could almost say we're in as part of a weekend. And so the big question is, where do we go next? Is this crypto capitulation over? And is it safe to start buying? Because if you did buy when others were fearful, you would have made huge money. Or is there more pain to come? That's what this whole show is going to be about. We're going to show you whether we think the bottom is in. I'm going to show you that for once in my life, I agree with the Moon Carl. And I'm going to show you how we got here, how we got into this mess. So it's going to be a big show. And after the intro, I'm so excited to share something amazing with you guys. So excited. Let's Sheldon.
Yo, my brother, what's happening?
Are we trading today, bro? Just tell me straight. Are we trading today or are we not trading today?
I think in 3 hours we'll know. So it's either going to be in 3 hours or it will be in about 12 hours.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Like, just give us an idea of what we're looking at, what you're watching, what's going to make up your mind as to whether it's time to like get into that trade.
So I've basically been looking to see, like, is this a real bounce? Like, is it time to start looking at like longs more than shorts right now? And the confirmation for me is over the 21K 300 sort of level. So as you can see, I've seen us in this sort of downwards channel at the moment. And for me, it's like, am I longing? Am I shorting? Because I'm getting ready now to, the chart's getting to a point where we can do either. And I have two basic points of view here. The breakthrough, and we get to 23,300, the retest, we go long as hell, and we ride some good waves, because then at least Bitcoin going to 23 to 25K, some big moves in the altcoins, or we drop this line in the next few hours, and it is time to go short, because if Bitcoin does not break out of this channel on this next push now, we can still be looking at lower than the mark that we made at 17,700 on the weekend.
Okay, wait.
So,
do you think
big moves, brother?
Do you think we saw the bottom, bro? Do you think that was the bottom, 17,567? Look at the volume. I mean, all I'm saying is, look at the wick.
1 hour, yes, but like, look at this. Like, if you're calling this a volume bounce, that little green one over there on the daily, like, come on, that's too cute in my liking. It's not even like a manly bounce. Like, we need a little bit more. So if we go through 21.5, then I think it's a temporary bounce, yes. I'm not too sure if it's the lows just yet, but if we don't close here today, like, I really think we're going down either to the lower range or maybe like that 1670K zone next. So either way, is a big trade coming. So I am traveling tomorrow night to Cape Town. So before that, I want to have a live session. So it'll either be tonight, you're saying the next 12 hours.
Within the next 12 to 24 hours, there's a live session. Boys and girls,
we got stopped on the last one, but like, this is good. Like, we protect ourselves, and the markets went down way beyond than where we got stopped. So that was a great sign for us. Protection always. But now it's time to get back on. Let's hit the run. Let's go.
Okay, so boys and girls, if you're not signed up for BYBIT, there's a referral link below. You sign up using the referral link below. I'm going to show you. Sheldon, stay on because Gareth's coming on. I'm going to get Kyle on. You'll see. So there's a good reason why I'm telling you guys to sign up. Number one, if you sign up with BYBIT and you got to sign up using our referral links, here's a referral link here. I'll show you where it is. You go here. And you sign up here. There's a referral link over here. You sign up here. Okay, so you sign up using this referral link over here. And I'll show you in a second why. So you get up to 4,200 in trading bonuses. But today, we are launching something amazing. It's happening live today on the show. It's called Whale Games, okay? It's going to be the biggest thing that you've ever done, but you have to use our sign-up link on BYBIT, and you could become a whale immediately. You could immediately become a whale. Stay tuned to the end of the show. You'll see what Whale Games is. It's going to be the most fun you've ever had. Get your BYBIT account numbers ready before the end of the show. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to participate. So you have been warned. Get your BYBIT account number ready. If you don't, only 500 people will be able to join us today, but from tomorrow onwards, 5,000 people will be able to join us. And we're going to be playing whale games. And today, someone's going to take home a whole lot of money. Today. So get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. You've got about 40 minutes to do it, because at the end of the show, that is when we're going live. And then we're going to be going live every single day of the week. You're not going to know when we're going to go live, and we're going to play whale games. It's going to be the most fun that you've had. It's going to be you guys in the community. You need to enter the waiting room. You're going to need your BYBIT account number. So make sure you have your BYBIT account number on standby. Let's see, what else is there? All right, well, let's talk about what happened over the weekend. I think let's talk about the elephant in the room and what happened. Yes, the account number is your user ID. So let's talk about what actually happened this weekend. We walked into the weekend here. We went down to 17,500, that's quite a dangerous level. That 17,500 is a very dangerous level. And one of the reasons why it is such a dangerous level is because it is actually lower than the high of the previous cycle, which no one thought we would get below that, except Carl and Il Capo, because Carl and Il Capo always thinks that we're going lower and lower. They have been right. We've got to say that they have been right. But I just want to go back to 2017. I just want to show you what I mean. So if you look at 2017, that was a high of 2017. And what you can see is that wick down to 17,500 was a capitulation below the previous cycle high. And if we go below that, then everyone's saying, okay, well, that's the end of the world, and now Bitcoin's going to go down to Carl. What's the number now that you guys are calling in the bear camp? What's the?
I'm still looking at like 16,000, but ultimately, like 12 would be when I say the real bottom. I do think we can bounce from here and have a rally to like 29, 30K. So I'm similar to what Sheldon said. I'm just like trying to analyze and see, should we go long or short here? It's in no man's land right now.
Okay, I've got so much to talk about with you, with Gareth.
Are we both muted?
So there we go. We've got so much to talk about with Carl. We've got to talk about with Carl, with Gareth, with Sheldon. What you can see here, which is quite interesting, is if you look at where the CME closed at I think around 20,500. Then we had all the weekend shenanigans. The CME is where the futures are traded, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And then by the end of the weekend, it's not really the end of the weekend, but it's nearly the end of the weekend. You will be back, or we are back at 20,500. And so the CME, we just went below the CME gap, and then we spiked above the CME gap. That's pretty much what happened. But the other thing that's happening is on-chain. So what you see on-chain is you see that the number of addresses in profit, in other words, people that are in profit, are very, very, very low. In fact, we haven't been this low with people that are in profit since 2020, since July 2020, which means that when people aren't in profit, they're more susceptible to actually selling their coins because they don't want to take losses. And so what you're seeing on-chain now says that there are not many people that are still in profit. The number of accounts that are still in profit are at a very low point. And so that's another sign that we could be at some kind of bottom. And today we're going to talk about a whole lot of reasons, or a whole lot of indicators that shows that we may or may not be at the bottom. And so I thought to start off this discussion around whether or not we're at the bottom, we should bring on Gareth. And the reason why I say we should bring on Gareth, because Gareth has been the ultimate bear. He's been like, Bitcoin's going down to 20,000. We said, you're drunk. He said, Bitcoin's going down to 20,000. We said, you're drunk. We said, Bitcoin's going to bounce. He said, Bitcoin is going down to 20,000. He was right. Bitcoin went down to 20,000. We looked like we were the ones who were drunk. Now, the same bear, he's saying 5 reasons why Bitcoin has near-term bottom. So he's now saying that Bitcoin is nearing a bottom, okay? So this is when Gareth, who's been the ultimate perma-bear, calling for 20,000 when we were all calling for Plan B's 100,000, he was saying, we are going to 20,000. Gareth, we are now at 20,000. You've sold your trading screens again. You bought yourself a marijuana plant to replace the trading screens. Where to from here, bro?
Hey, so I wasn't drunk. I just, the marijuana plants. No, I was just kidding. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm not so good because the Bitcoin price is at 20,000.
Yes, I understand, but I appreciate the credit you gave. I do appreciate that, and yes, I do think that we're now at a point where I don't think it's a long-term bottom, but we're getting close, right? So in the near term, yes, I bought down here. I'm expecting a bounce back, maybe 25,000, possibly even 30,000. So again, if you're a swing trader, there's a lot of money to be made in this market environment. We've already seen a snapback. And I want to show you guys just a couple cool things on the screen.
Yeah, let's look at charts because, as I say, when I speak to you and there's no charts, it just doesn't make sense. It's like,
I know. No one wants to look at my face. It's okay. I understand.
You know what it is? It's like when I go to Pornhub and then like I look at the girl, but she's still wearing clothes. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It certainly isn't the same. You never want to see the guy's face. I understand. All right. Anyways, let's get back to charts. Okay. So here we have the charts. And one of the cool things that I loved about the recent move down. So number one is markets tend to always want to flush out below where people think it's going to go. So everyone was talking 20,000. I was talking 20,000 when I was the unpopular one in the room. I had to go stand in the corner and hang my head in shame when we were at 69,000. But it did come down there. As it came down, more and more people started to say 20,000 is the spot. That's going to be the low. So what happened? We saw it get down close to 20,000, and then it bounced a little bit. It kind of held above, and that was all those people buying in. In addition, a lot of people put stops just below 20,000 because the thought process was if it breaks 20, it's going to 15 or 10 or wherever it's going to go. The markets work like they want to take everyone out and fake everyone out. So they took out the people that bought above 20,000. They took out the stops below. And then we got this beautiful bottom, which just so happened to be a measured move. And what I mean by measured move is if you take this last move down, this vertical drop on the Terra Luna collapse and the UST collapse, that distance was replicated by this distance right here. And it was all to the penny, right? So this is about $14,000 drop. This is 14,000. So you got the even number pierce. In addition, you got that beautiful measured move. And then just something else that's kind of cool that I just discovered recently. If you want to do this, right? So take this low here from 2020, which was kind of the COVID low, take it to the current lows here and extend a parallel up and look at what you get. You get the perfect parallels from the highs of April of 2021 and November of 2021. So what this tells me is that you've now washed out a lot of the weak hands, and at least we can now bounce significantly. My guess is short term, you're going to get back here to this kind of level right here. This is around 25. And if we're really lucky, maybe we can test this 30,000 level right here. So yes, I am a bull right now. Again, I never like the perma bear, that name, because I'm more about the charts, right? If the charts are saying it's going down, I'm going to look that way. When the charts turn around and they say, hey, we're going to bounce or we're going to put in a major low, I'm ready to be on the long side.
Sheldon, what do you think, bro? I mean, this is like...
I agree, brother. But Gareth, I just want to ask, what do you think about the volume? Because for me, we hit the 17K zone, but the volume on the daily is just not like... I was sure we were going to get a little bit bigger buy than that, or at least like a little bit more of interest. It's quite concerning for me. So for me, I don't know if that low's in just yet because of that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we can have a relief to 25.30 and then still possibly come back down. But I think the second half of the year should be good. I really do. I think the stock markets will maybe, I'd love to know your intakes on the stock market. So if you're thinking what's going to happen there, we're going to have a little bit of a bounce from all the damage. And if we have that, so I think a good half of the second year. But for me, volume.
So I agree with you. Like, I don't think we saw the all-out capitulation volume, which is kind of why I still think we're headed to 12,000-ish, give or take. But again, you know, as an investor in a bear market, you got to be able to play to make money. We have to be able to play these bounces, right? So like a bounce from 17 to 30 is a percentage-wise massive move. Now I'm long. I probably do take some off the table around 25 to protect myself, but I'll let a little run towards 30 just in case, right?
Do you go long now, Gareth? Do you go long now? Like, okay, a lot of people didn't get in at 17.5. I took a little position at 18,250. I'm still up on that position, but if you're not there now, you're looking at Bitcoin and hold on, let me just quickly just look at my screen here. So if I look at my BYBIT, I'm on 20,704. Like, do you take it long now, or do you feel like it's a bit irresponsible now?
Yeah, so I mean, you definitely missed about $3,000+ on the move up. So now you have to do a risk reward assessment, and if it only goes to 25, you have 5,000 left. And your stop will now be, and this is where you get into real trading methodology. And I know Sheldon knows this, is like, you as a trader, you have to have a stop, right? So your stop is now a break of the lowest point here. So you basically are risking $3,000 to make 5,000. So it still may make sense right around here, but if it goes much higher, I don't think it does, because again, I like trades where the reward is bigger than my risk, right? And again, you have to be very strong on your stop out there. You can't be like, oh, well, you know, I said 3,000, but I'm going to give it 5,000 now, because then it screws up the whole trade. So I think it still makes sense here, but if it goes much higher, I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah. I think for the next 3-4 weeks, it makes possible sense short time frame. What do you think on a year, 2-year base now, an investor? You know what I mean? It's because you're not always going to catch the bottom. You're not always gonna, and it gets quite daunting at that point. So I'm pretty sure in a year or two, we should be higher than where we are now.
Yeah, so I'm in that camp as well. I think the next 6 months could be rough. Maybe the next 3 months. You know, I do again think we're still going down to 12,000 at minimum, because
why 12? No, but wait, just tell me. Like, I understood when you said 20, because 20 was the previous.
Maybe the support over here in this sort of range.
Here, let me show you.
About?
Yeah, let's look at Gareth's chart. I'm very keen to understand why 12. The part I don't understand is you said 20. Okay, we hit 20. Now you're saying 12. Show me why 12.
So, and Sheldon kind of alluded to it, where, so number one, it bothers me that the stock market hasn't bottomed out yet, right? So we're not even back to pre-COVID highs before all this money got injected into the NASDAQ. Apple hasn't corrected down to the levels we need to. So we always have to remember that at least at this period in time, Bitcoin trades with the NASDAQ, right? It's a risk on, risk off asset. So it bothers me a little that the NASDAQ hasn't bottomed out yet. Even though I do think the NASDAQ's due for a bounce here as well, which coincides with Bitcoin's bounce. But the other factors are this, right? So if you look at this, and we just talked about this measured move, right? 14,000 down, 14,000 down. Well, now do another measured move from 69 down to 33. And if you do a measured move from that same highest pivot, you actually get 12,000. So this distance would be then equal to this distance down to 12,000, which is
coincidentally the same support that Sheldon showed on the chart.
Yeah, and then that's also right, and that's also this area right here, which is major support right here. And then in addition, remember that in winters, in crypto winters, Bitcoin generally corrects 80 to 85%. Well, if you take 69,000 and factor in the 80 to 85% correction or drop, it actually gives you right around 12,000, basically between 10 and 13. So there's multiple confluences of levels around 12. But I want to say this. There's no guarantees, and Sheldon will tell you this. Trading and technical trading, it gives you probabilities, no guarantees. So I actually started a hodl position, and this might be groundbreaking news, but at 19, I actually started to inch in and tuck it in another account.
That's it.
Putting away.
That's all I needed to hear.
Oh, Gareth.
Yeah, that's all I needed to hear.
I want to ask a question. Was there any cheeky alts in there? Only Bitcoin?
Just Bitcoin at this time. I was going to add Ethereum. Ethereum was going to be if we got to $830. There's a big support there, but we just didn't get there. Yeah. But just to be clear, what I did was I said, okay, I'm gonna put. I mean, for me, it was in the realm of $500,000. I'm gonna put into Bitcoin, but at 19,000, I only put 1/5 or so, or 1/6 of that amount of money, meaning that I'm leaving myself lots of dollar cost averaging, DCAing money every like
Yes,
2 or
he's
3
got it.
thousand down.
When you walk into that strip club, you don't spend all your money in the first hour, bro.
No, you don't.
You don't order the dances in the first hour, bro. You order one, you have a drink, order another one, have another drink. You don't go in and just, okay, dance. It's not like that.
Yeah.
I love your analogies, Ran. They're awesome, man. And you're
He's so
100%
quick
right.
on them, man.
Later in the night, you're going to get more attention. It's close to closing time. You're going to get more attention.
And everybody's going to be wrecked.
Later in the night.
End of the night, everybody's going to be wrecked. You don't want to be wrecked. You see, end of the night, everybody's going to be falling over. Not us, because we're doing one at a time.
Space it out.
Gareth, I want to ask you quickly, brother. Obviously, I agree with that in a short term. Where you see the S&P, like where are you seeing the stock markets from here? You know, you were saying like it's not really the bottom you're looking for. Where is that? Because for me, I'm also looking at maybe 10, like the pre-March hype, the pre-March there, that sort of range is
this is where I think we're going this year on the S&P. So we're actually not that far away from it.
We're 8% off. What is it? 7%.
We're not.
Yeah. So I think that would be your next target on it. Then I think you're going to get a relief rally that lasts months. Eventually, do I think we're going lower? Probably. But in the very least, we got to at least touch that. I mean, think about the Fed is now reducing their balance sheet. They've cut off all printing of money. They're now sucking money out via interest rate hikes. So it makes perfect sense that at least we have to go back to those pre-COVID high pivot before we get some sort of major longer term bounce or bottom in the market.
All right, Gareth, buddy. Thank you. In the spirit of sucking and bottoms and everything else, have a brilliant day. Chat to you soon, my brother.
Thank you guys so much. Nice talking to you.
Ciao, guys. Ciao, guys. So, look, that's Gareth, and that's his chart, and he's saying that we're going to get a bounce, and he's saying that he has put in a little bit of his DCA money, and now that's, for me, already a good sign. Tell you what's another good sign for me, a very, very good sign for me, is forced liquidations, cascading liquidations, because I don't care who you are, but when you get a cascade of liquidations like the one that we've just had, an unprecedented cascade of liquidations, which has taken Bitcoin below the levels that everyone thought they would get to much quicker, then to me that says two things. It says, A, if you're a trader, then you're going to have trading opportunities of your life. More volatility, more trading opportunities, more opportunities to make money than you've ever seen. That's why we've got Sheldon Tentino with us. The other thing that I know is that when you get these unprecedented liquidations, you've got unbelievable buying opportunities, and you've got to keep your finger on the pulse. And I'm going to show you what I mean by keep your finger on the pulse. The trading stuff you know about, Sheldon showed you. But remember, what we're watching here is we're watching to see who's getting liquidated and what they're getting liquidated for. And when we know who's getting liquidated and what we're getting liquidated for, that's the stuff that we should be buying, because if you're buying something when someone is forced to sell everything that they have. So like, look, right now, we have Celsius has a liquidation price of 13,604. I don't think they're going to get liquidated, but you know what? Maybe that's what takes us to the 12,000 level. Maybe if the rumors are true, and I don't know, if they're saying FTX, Alameda, Sam, whoever it is attacking Celsius, who cares? We're not going to get into that. But you got to watch that liquidation. The other thing you want to watch is, you know that Three Arrows Capital is getting liquidated, right? You know that. So you go and look at their portfolio. You say, okay, what's in Three Arrows Capital portfolio? Because that's the stuff that they're going to be selling in the fire sale, right? Now, this is not an updated list because this is selected investments. But you know that these people are holding Luna. You know that they're holding Solana. You know that they're holding Polkadot. You know they have been holding Near Protocol. And you know they're getting liquidated. So if they're getting liquidated on these tokens, these are the tokens that you should be buying. And if they're good tokens, when they finish selling, they will recover very quickly. And you saw that. Let me show you. Let me show you something here. Here it is. Look at Solana versus Bitcoin. You know for sure, 100% sure that Three Arrows Capital's Solana position was liquidated, which means they had to go and sell the Solana position to the market. So this is Solana relative to Bitcoin. If you would have caught the bottom, there's an easy 62.5%. Forced liquidations. That's what the name of the game is. When people are getting forced liquidated, you have to be buying. You have to be buying. Here, let me show you some more forced liquidations. Okay. So what we know is that Three Arrows Capital used to hold 38.9 million shares of GBTC. That's like $500 million, $500 million worth of GBTC. They've dumped that into the market, which means that GBTC is now trading at a 34.9% discount in net asset value. For me, what I'm doing is I'm selling a whole lot of my Bitcoin and I'm buying GBTC, because what I know is that there's only Bitcoin in that trust. So this is what you have to understand. When you get unprecedented liquidations mean unprecedented opportunity, because it means that people are forced to sell certain things. AVAX, we know Three Arrows Capital were massive AVAX holders. Must mean that AVAX was cheap. NEAR, we know that they were massive NEAR holders. Must mean that NEAR was cheap. We have to look at where people are getting liquidated, and now we're getting more and more of these liquidations. We had this one whale on Aave with $140 million worth of ETH, which had a liquidation price of $894. The price was actually hit, but the Chainlink Oracle didn't update fast enough. And so this guy survived, lived to fight another day. The price, look, the price was actually hit. The liquidation price was hit, but the Chainlink Oracle didn't update fast enough, and so he wasn't liquidated, and then the price bounced. And so now what we're seeing is this cascade of liquidations. So Miles tweeted, he said he told us who's still getting liquidated. Celsius, 13,604, still a long way before they get liquidated. ETH, that whale, 895. Keep an eye on that, because when that happens, you can buy ETH super cheap. Then this whole SolLend story, which people are blowing out of proportion. So the story goes as follows. There's a protocol. It's not Solana, the network. It is a protocol on Solana called SolLend. It's like ETHLend. It's a lending protocol on Solana. Now, one whale has a massive position where he has $170 million worth of SOL deposited and $108 million borrowed against that. The problem is that they're worried that if the price of SOL goes down to $22, then this guy's going to get liquidated. And if he does get liquidated, he's going to send the price of Solana down. So everyone's having a field day about this, because what they did was they published a vote to the DAO to say, look, if he does get liquidated, instead of liquidating him automatically on DEXs, which is how liquidations normally work, this one's going to be different. What we're going to do is we're going to manage his liquidations responsibly through an OTC. And so everyone's going, oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. This is not decentralization. The Bitcoin maxis are going, of all things that could have happened this cycle, Solana's vote to confiscate the user's fund is by far the most egregious. It's worse than the ETH DAO confiscation. This is not Solana. This is one protocol on Solana. This is not Solana, the protocol. It's Solana. It's one protocol on Solana taking a vote so that they don't get these mass liquidations. Now, first this vote passed. Okay, you see everyone going crazy. If true, this should abandon Solana. You should abandon Solana if you care about decentralization. Okay, it's a Solana-based protocol. It's not Solana. It's just one protocol on Solana. And they were trying to do something responsible, which backfired in their face. And now they having another vote to extend the voting, because the votes were all made up by one guy or two guys or something like that. So it's not Solana, guys. It's just one protocol called SolLend on Solana. And in the meantime, if you have been watching Solana, as I said to you, Sam Bankman-Fried has been watching Solana, and he knows that it was the buy of the century at under $20. And now look at it. It's gone up 60% against Bitcoin. 60% against Bitcoin. I must say, I did land up buying some Solana. Because I know what's going to happen now. Expect the following. People are going to say that Bitcoin's dead. People are going to say that crypto is dead. They're going to test your conviction. Everything that you've ever thought about Bitcoin and crypto is about to get tested. Believe me. The naysayers are going to grave dance on crypto's grave. And when I say the naysayers, I don't only mean Peter Schiff. People are going to grave dance and say just how stupid this whole crypto revolution is. And if we think about it, we have to be critical with ourselves. The fact that we are where we are and we got these cascading liquidations is actually our fault. It is. I know we don't want to admit it, but it's our fault. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. I mean, let's quickly go through this. I saw a tweet. Okay, now here's the tweet that I saw. And it says, This cycle was even weirder than the ICO cycle of 2017 and 2018. Here's my pick for the most ridiculous moments of the cycle. Now, we got to be realistic, and we got to be able to look back and say we were wrong. Okay, the first thing is food farms, liquidity mining, i.e. you deposit your money and we give you free tokens, which creates more money in yam, kimchi, sushi, pickle, ham, spaghetti, shrimp, beefy, cream, grape, and pizza. I mean, like, for fuck's sake, like, honestly, what were we thinking? You put your money in, you get like 97,000% APYs, which is just made by printing more money. Print, more shitcoin. And then you take those, you sell those to some other idiot, and then you take that profit and you buy it into something else. We deserve what we got. Pump and dump scam pads. So DEX is allowing people to do IDOs, just doing IDOs, which are 1,000 times oversubscribed. Okay. The dog Ponzi's, the Shiba, the Doges, the Doges, the Elon tweets. I mean, we deserve this. The Ohm forks. We deserved everything that we got. I saw this one here, which I think was really good. It was the one about Luna. Hold on, where is the tweet here about Luna? Let's find it. Hold on a second. Hacks. He talks about that. He talks about all those tokens that were being launched on BSC and were doing like 10,000 X's. People buying JPEGs for millions and millions and millions of dollars. ICP, the internet computer, which I've always said was crazy. Constitution DAO, people trying to create a DAO to buy the copy of the Constitution. Like, what were they thinking? The beginning of the end was when Max showed this ecosystem for a while, ultimately transpired to be a degen-powered money printer that exploded in a ball of hubris and hyperinflationary shitcoinery. Sadly, took a lot of people down with it, including a lot of us. And then the centralized hyper-leveraged degens. I love this. Want to do a super cycle? Sounds like fun. Okay, so, I mean, look, I hope we learn from this. I hope we learn from this and we'll be smarter next time. And now what we can expect is we can expect the haters to come in with these tweets. With Bitcoin down almost 80% from the peak and all other cryptocurrencies down 80%, 99%, I rest my case that this crypto bubble went bust for good. I feel vindicated, so I'll take a break for a few days from toxic crypto Twitter. Waste of time to convince the zealots. This was Nero Robini's tweet from November 2021. He wrote another one now. I mean, it's not the end of the world. He wrote another one saying the Ponzi house of cards is collapsing. They'll keep coming. But the truth is that if you bought Bitcoin every time that people said it was dead, today you would still be a multi-millionaire. And if you want some perspective of where we think this technology is going to go, if you look at this chart over here, it looks like the chart of the biggest shitcoin in history, like the chart of the biggest shitcoin in history, right? You know what this is? This is the chart of Amazon, which dropped almost 90% in the 2001 bubble. And you see this here. That chart is actually this thing here. In the big scheme of things, you can't even see that 90% drop. That's how much Bitcoin, the industry grew. And crypto is going to be no different because we're at that stage of the game. So this dip over here, you can't even see it when you zoom out on the chart. All right, so that's that. Now the question is, some more things that I think will show us whether or not we're in a bottom. So if you believe that the prices for crypto are fair, you're delusional. When we topped at $20,000 in 2017, there were less than $900 million in total stablecoins. Remember, in 2017, when we topped at $20,000, there were less than $900 million in stablecoins. Now there are $150 billion in the ecosystem. Okay, now that just gives you a little bit of perspective of how far we've come, and the price is the same price, which kind of shows you that maybe we are oversold. One thing I did like though is, this is like the ultimate nail in the coffin. It's like ProShares is to launch the first US short Bitcoin linked ETF. So it's short. It's not a long ETF. It's a short. So it's for people who are short Bitcoin. All right, so now I'm going to show you. This is the one place that Carl, the Moon, and I maybe agree. And I think that may have been the bottom. But I'm not going to try and call a bottom. I'm going to look at what other people are saying. People that are saying that, when we're getting Bitcoin is dead for the 500th time, when we're getting the biggest influencers capitulated, you're getting Alameda bailing companies out, Rubini gloating, to me that shows that we've hit the bottom of the trend. We smashed through the 200-day moving average, right? Yeah. We smashed through 20K. We liquidated the 19K buyers. The large VC funds have gone bang, bang. That's another sign of potential capitulation. What also we saw that the ST ETH and ETH gap is starting to close, which means that whole gap that was created between ST ETH and ETH to try and liquidate everybody also is starting to close, which is a great sign. Arthur Hayes says, beware of the forced seller, and he showed that the Canadian ETF actually became a forced seller over the weekend. Or just before the weekend. They had to sell half their Bitcoin, 24,500 Bitcoin on the close. That is a capitulation. It's a forced sale. That is what dropped money down. And that's why we went to 17,600. But that's why we bounced so quickly. Now, the bottom may or may not come quickly. Your Capo says that the bottom is not in. In fact, I was looking at his feed a few minutes ago. He has his feed. He is saying $16,000 to $17,000 is his main target for the bottom. 16 to 16,250, which is kind of what Sheldon said. Sheldon said this weekend 17,000 to 17,500. So yeah, I think we were pretty much, there or thereabout. He looked at the funding rates. He looked at ETH. He said he's looking at 700 to 800 as a new support zone. The reason why I'm spending time on him now is because he has actually been right the whole way down. He's been right. He wrote something on his wall, which we should look at. He kind of said, look, don't apologize. He said, for all those who insulted me for weeks, defamed me, laughed at me, being 95% in stables and saying that Bitcoin was likely going to 21 to 23K and alts would drop to 50, 60%, you suffered from cognitive dissonance and fear because you would have been because that would have been too much for you. Instead of just ignoring, you preferred to attack what you don't like, blah, blah. He's saying, look, don't apologize, but just learn from it. And I think everybody has learned a lot of things. I think the market has turned. I think what we are also seeing is the dynamic between venture capitalists and founders have flipped. So it used to be the venture capitalists begging the founders to invest. And now it's becoming the other way around. And it's the founders begging the venture capitalists for money. So that's that. What else is there? Is there anything else that I want to talk to you guys about? I saw, it does feel like, or SBF actually said that he's been bailing people out because it was just better than letting the market capitulate. So it makes you question how much power SBF has in this market. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but the real Plan C, he's speculating that Alameda were the ones who are trying to liquidate Celsius because Celsius jumped the boat on UST too quickly and caused everybody else to get losses. So that's what's going on. And they're saying that there's a $20 million reward for anyone who's willing to speak about a planned attack on Celsius. I think it's a crazy reward, but I think if you take the reward, you got to know what comes with it. All right, now that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. Now I want to show you the coolest thing that we're going to do. We're going to do. So this is how it works. It's called Well Games. Okay, now Well Games is a new game that we've come up with. We're going to test it today with you guys today. We're going to test it with you. If it works, it's going to become a show that we're going to do multiple times every single day. And on that show, we're going to give away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to people who are crypto smart. So people who are crypto smart are going to win thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, but only if you have signed up with our BYBIT link. So here's how it works. Very, very, very simple. It's a simple thing. You need to go now to a site called joinmyquiz.com. And you need to enter the game code 928 912. And how it works is as follows. You got to enter with a name, your name, you can put an avatar name, whatever you want, and you have to put your BYBIT user ID number. Otherwise, it's not going to, you're not going to win. So like this guy who just signed up, Penny0505, it's not going to work because you have to put your BYBIT user ID number. Have to put your BYBIT user ID number. If you don't put your BYBIT user ID number, I can't help you guys. Can't help. Okay, is it working? Let's see, is this working? I don't know why I've lost connection to it. Hold on, let me try. Link. Hold on, it says the link doesn't work. Should we try that again? Well, there's no link. It says join my quiz. You just go to joinmyquiz.com and you go to 928912.
I've also put the link on Twitter.
There's no link. Don't put the link. Just put the joinmyquiz.com and 928912.
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
Okay, let's see if it works. Sorry, I'm just going to reload the page because for some reason I can't see it. You got to put your BYBIT user ID number. Got to put your BYBIT user ID number. Got to put no BYBIT user ID number. I don't know which account to credit. That's the problem. I don't know which account to credit. If I don't know which account to credit, then I can't credit the account. There we go. I see you guys all signing up. Let's go. Today we're only going to do 500 people. Okay, only 500 of you are going to be able to participate today in our first Whale Games quiz. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. Guys, if you don't put your BYBIT ID number, if you just put your name, and we don't know what your BYBIT ID number is, if you win, we can't pay you. So, okay, go. Okay, whoa, Fred, we have to start. We got 500 people, 1,000. How many people can sign up?
I don't know, I think just kick start.
Okay, whoa. Okay, we're gonna start. Here's how it works. There's gonna be a quiz. We're going to have a quiz. The quiz is going to be 5 questions or 4 questions. You got to answer the quiz as quickly as possible. The game works on getting the answer right and the time. And the quicker you answer, the more points you get. But you got to answer the question right. The person with the highest points at the end will get $1,000. The person that gets the second number of points will get $500. And the third person will get $500. People are asking, what is the entry code? The entry code is 928912. 928912. I see we've got over 1,000 people signing up. This is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. And remember that the winners are going to get cash. And it's really simple questions. Really simple questions, crypto questions. All right, I'm going to start in 5, 4. Remember, you got to sign up and give me your BYBIT account number.
It's 1,000.
If there's no BYBIT account number, I don't know who the winners are, and I can't credit your account. I can only credit your account if you have a BYBIT account number and you have signed up with our referral link, okay? There we go. Okay, here we go. We're going to start the quiz now. Like this guy, Isnay. Bro, if you win, I don't know which account to put the money in. So I'm not going to put the money in. You have to put your BYBIT account number in. And you have to have signed up with our user link. All right, are you guys ready? I'm going to start the game now. Crypto Whale Games. The winner's going to get $1,000. Number 2 is going to get $500. Number 3 is going to get $500 into your account. And if this works, we're going to do this every single day. We're just going to play Whale Games and Whale Games and Whale Games and Whale Games. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. First question, how many Bitcoin have already been mined? Is it 19,720, 19,072,000, 19,720, or 19,072? How many Bitcoin have already been mined? Now, you remember, you are racing against the clock, people. You're racing against the clock. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Time is up. Let us go. Let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, so the fastest person was 946. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. We saw who the fastest person was. All right, let's go. The right answer was 19,072,000. Okay, let's go to the next question. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Which year will the last Bitcoin be mined? Is it 2410, 2040, 2140, or 2014? 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, oh, enough. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Okay, 9465372. This 9465372 is lethal. Whoever it is lethal. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I want to do? I want to give away $500 to any lucky contestant that's watching. $500 is going now to any lucky contestant that's watching. Yeah. Okay, so 286-74721. You've won yourself $500 immediately. Anyway, let's carry on with the lesson. The answer, of course, is 2140. The last Bitcoin will be mined in 2140. Let's go to the next question. And 3, 2, 1. What is the name of the Ethereum protocol upgrade that will make Ethereum deflationary? Is it EIP 1159, EIP 1599, EIP 1559, or EIP 1555? What is the Ethereum protocol? All right, I can see everybody answering. Go. What is it? Time up. Okay. EIP 1559, of course, was the answer. Okay, 282-91319 is in the lead, and then you saw who the other two were. We'll find out how to get the leaderboard here. Okay, let's check the leaderboard quickly. Okay, so the leaderboard looks like this. 282-91319 is there. 8018847 is 2, and 286-74721 is 3. Let's go to the next question. It's the last question for today. That'll tell us who is the next winner. 3, 2, 1. What was Bitcoin's price 1 year ago today? Was it 35,000, 30,000, 53,000, or 5,353? What was the Bitcoin price exactly 1 year ago? What was the Bitcoin price exactly 1 year ago? Come on, guys, let's go. Oh, what was the answer? Time is up. Fred, what was the answer?
35,000.
Okay, the answer was 35,000. All right, that's our leaderboard. That is our leaderboard. Those are the winners. So now what we're going to do is we're going to verify that 267-641-170, Eric 283-98966. If you have signed up using our referral link, you're going to get $500 into your account. Sergio Suarez 271-70237. If you have signed up using our referral link, you're going to get $500 deposited directly into your account. Now, what I need from you guys is to let me know what you thought of whale games and whether we should make whale games, saying that we do like 3 times a day, every single day. Just whack out on Twitter. There's a whale games coming out now. And then if you're there, you got to be there, got to have a BYBIT account, got to use our referral link. And when you do...
It's a winner, bro. It's a winner. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a winner, dude.
We should
you're
do
even really good at being like a game show host.
Let's do one together tomorrow. Let's do one together tomorrow, all about technical analysis.
That's a hit. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so here's how the game works. Okay, here's how the game works. We're going to have some fun in the bear market. Okay, so what we're going to do is as follows. You never know when we're going to go live, which is why what you should do is you should hit subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification. You also, the only way to enter is you got to use our referral link and open a BYBIT account and have money in your account, okay? So here is the our BYBIT referral link over here. See, it says Partners BYBIT Crypto Banter. Click that, open account, put money in the account. Wait for us to tell you that we're doing a whale games. When we do the whale games, we will give you guys 5 minutes notice and say we're going live on YouTube, playing a game of whale games. It's going to be 5-minute shows. And we're going to quickly do some whale games. And just give away like, I don't know, $2,000 every single time. That was like the easiest way to give away, amazing way to give away $2,000. It's super fun, huh?
That was epic.
That was epic. And I mean, congratulations again to our winners. 267, we don't know who you are. Put your names there. Eric, congratulations. Sergio Suarez wins himself $500. And this guy, C11AD. I mean, I was almost going to give the guy money, but I can't give the guy money because I don't know who he is. So you got to have your BYBIT account number. That's the only way it's going to work. Yeah, that was so much fun. This is cool. This is the real play to earn. The other play to earn is garbage. This is play to earn. All right, listen, guys. Love you guys, madly. Remember, Sheldon may be going live. He's just, I can see him watching the charts like this, like a sniper. Eyes on the charts, eyes on the charts, eyes on the charts.
We're going to snap the next entry, brother. Dude, I want to play the game. Like, please get me set up. We need to play it on the live trading show. It's a lot of fun.
Maybe, well, I'll set you one up for the live. I'll set up a cool one for you for the live trading show. You guys can go.
TA.
A TA one. Alrighty. Okay. Wow. This is play to earn. Guys, listen, love you guys madly. It's been an amazing fun show. I will see you guys again either later if Sheldon has a show, because this time I'm not missing the trade, or I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, have fun, trade well, and remember, tomorrow we're going to do 3 random whale games. So make sure that you are ready with your BYBIT account and the deposit, because that's the only way that you can win. That's it. I'm not asking you to trade. I'm not asking you to take leverage. Just open an account, deposit money into your account, and we will verify that the money's in your account, and bang, we will either double your money or, as we did today, $1,000, $500, and $500. See you guys again tomorrow. Until then, have fun. Trade well, my friends. That was fun. The game was fun.
Dude, that's great. Like, I think it's really, really, really cool. It's like a fun way to just...
All right, so you guys